welcome to another edition of Mrs. Cford Vlogs. I am Stephanie Crawford. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about side quests. So if you're already in a gamified classroom, chances are you are using side quests. So for you, you might get some new ideas out of this. You might be able to contribute some of your ideas to this. You might have something sparked that you think, here's what I do, and here's an idea that I've heard, and I can mesh those to create something even better than I ever thought of. If you don't currently gamify, but you've been kind of on the fence about it, or if you're really not gamifying, hadn't really thought about doing it, you can use the idea of side quests, call them something else, and still see an improvement with student interaction and engagement in some of these ideas. So side quests are essentially a way to bring students in and have them get some meaningful interaction with concepts that you're working with without it being required. It's not homework, it's not for a grade. The only thing tied to it, in my case, are house points, which are the equivalent of experience points in a gamified classroom, and items. So some of these side quests have items that they can get that they can only get through completing these quests. So for me, there's really there's no monetary reward tied to it. There's no grade reward to it. And for me, that's one of the best things, because these students are just saying, all right, I'm in the game. I'm involved in the game with you. I'm going to do these. I want to rise to the top of that leaderboard. Let's go into it. Or I really like this task, so I'm willing to put the time in for it. So there are a variety of things you can do for side quests, and really side quests for me is something that I'm still getting stronger with. So I started kind of late in the game. I didn't really start including side quests until about November of this year, and I started by using Carrie Baucham's at Heck Awesome. If you're not already following her, you should check her out. Great sketchnoter, and she puts out a lot of good content to encourage you to use the concepts of sketchnoting in class. And she started doing an idea flood every month, and she would release a topic for you to flood the paper with these ideas. And that was my first side quest. And a student could complete them and get up to 200 house points based on whether they actually flooded the paper, whether it was, a combination of text and pictures, all of that. So I had an overwhelming response to that, and that was really what started me, and then we started adding after that. So some of the other side quests that we've done when we dealt with narrative writing and tall tales, I had them make their own explanation of natural phenomena, and they could use any living person to make into this like heroic figure that would end up being this legendary person who would be the star of this tall tale. We've done Lego builds, where after we were studying communist and utopian societies, how they would have to research a communist law, build it with Legos, something to represent it, and then film like, here's my Lego build, this is what it stands for, here's the idea, this is where this law is, that type of thing. And they got a special potion for that. Before winter break, because of the Harry Potter theme in my classroom, I had the option of a flat Harry, where they had a Harry Potter on a broom, just on a piece of paper, and they took him every day, took a picture with them, whatever they were doing. So one student slept in late every day, didn't go anywhere, but just kind of chilled on his couch and watched TV and played video games, and like I said, slept in. And so there would be days when Flat Harry would be sleeping on the pillow next to him, or had a control up to him like he was playing a video game. So all of these tied in somehow with something that we had done. Even one was a game where around that winter break, again, we had been really kind of looking at how some advertisements use alliteration. And so the students came up with their own toy, brand new, and it had to have a marketing slogan that used alliteration. And if they actually made their product, then they got extra house points for that. You could get bonus points. I had several people do that. And in fact, one made a dice game, and I'll show you a picture of that up here in a little bit too. And we actually played in study hall one day this game. We played for like 10 or 15 minutes because he had made up rules for it and everything for this paper dice. So you can really tie it to whatever you want, and it can be cross-curricular. It doesn't need to be just for your classroom. But the thing about side quests is that the possibilities are absolutely endless. one recently was creating a how-to website, anything of their choice. They could create it about absolutely anything. And I would just be looking at, how really did they communicate how to do something? Could you follow it? Was it easy to get through? And one person did a kind of how to be him. And one of those things was how to use iMovie to make videos, to edit and everything. And actually that's when I started using iVideo for my vlogs, and editing some of it together was from his. I took the steps and asked myself if I could follow it and would I get the outcome. So there are endless possibilities, like I said. You just are limited by your imagination. And this is a great way too. If you start using side quests, you get your students that will start saying, oh, can we have a side quest like this? And then you can kind of fine tune those details, but they're involved in it. They're asking for it. They want that quest because they want to complete it. They turn out some amazing work during this time, again, and you're rewarding them with only house points or an item, free to you. So it's amazing what you'll get turned into. Really easy to maintain too. I personally use a Google site, so completely free. I just go in there, I make a separate page for each side quest, and then I link it to an icon that I make through Canva for the home page, and then they're able to access all the quests. You can hide Easter eggs on there, so if they happen to, scroll over the right place, they'll find it. I had one student who found it in the explanation for natural phenomena side quest, and she was so excited. She's like, I found that and I did it. I mean, just the fact that they are proud of themselves for doing it and they go that extra mile. So you can really customize that website, make it what you want, make it a theme if you want that theme. You can make some of those links hidden, so if they complete a side quest or find an Easter egg, then that might unlock a new side quest for them. Really, I think what you'll see are students that are excited about contributing in a way, and you won't get all of the students. It's not going to be every one of them, but you'll see that some students are drawn to certain tasks, and they'll let their colors shine bright for you when they're excited about it. Get some extra practice. No downside. There is really no downside to it. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of extra footage at the end here of a couple of the how-to sites that were created and the picture of that dice that a student created for his game. And then I am going to hope that you will check in with me in the comments and let me know how you use side quests, or if you try one of these and you really like it, how it worked for you. If you have any kind of feedback at all, that'd be great. If you like what you see, as always, I ask you to please like and subscribe, and then we'll see you again next time on Mrs. Cford Vlogs.
Trailer, then you get this, but movie, if you just want a regular video, just pick movie because it's... Alright, so we're gonna pick something from my camera roll, so I'm gonna pick this dog.
This student created a website that showed how to do a pirouette. She linked it to a slides presentation that showed step by step how to go through with a picture of each step that she completed, so that you would be able to look back and follow that how-to. There was no pausing a video to slow it down, so she did actually show how each step would look. And then she gave information, like to contact me, it was good, and how to create an actual informational website. And she taught me how to do something, and I'm not gonna lie, I did try to do a pirouette on my own. I am better now that I have had her guide than before when I was just on my own trying it.